average kid. Should have been shot down the wireless stage. Beds on my arm trying to open the case. I can't be living off a minimum wage. Full of things.
You in the rental, in the Javen rentals, you went viral and you think you're cool now.
Not really. Not really.
I'm joking, man. You're my guy, right?
Come on. Set me.
Time, alright?
How we doing, guys? Myself, Chris Credit OBE, hitting you with a quick one. Real talk, true season. A little bit controversial today. I'm not gonna lie. Certain man, yeah? You're going to be looking at me like, oh, Chris is the op again. I'm not the op. Help me make this one make sense. So I've just showed you that video. Don't get me wrong, a police officer in his free time listening to drill music. It's like saying that someone listening to hip hop commits crime and runs up in yards and all the rest of it. But it became a part of the culture. It became a thing where now all of a sudden hip hop is just a standard class of music. We've got a lot of genres now. So drill music, you should be happy to the fact that it's actually going mainstream. It's actually getting to a point where other people are listening to it. And that's what you man normally cry about. Oh, they're always shutting down our music, bruv, and the police are the ops and all the rest of it. It just lets you know that people are real human beings behind that uniform. I'm just saying, and I'm just throwing it out there. My man's a normal guy. He might even like drill music. He might even like the understanding of, you know, the ones there, that kind of lifestyle in the sense of hip hop and the culture and, you know, the ones there, the swag, whatever it is that he likes about it. He's able to do that because he's coming from that generation. You guys are now sitting there because he's a police officer, like he shouldn't be listening to that, like he should be listening to classical music or rock. Don't worry, I'll wait. Help me make this one make sense. And this is the kind of things of, is that not bridging the gap? And then even when my man tried to spud you, you didn't want to spud, man. Now I get it. Once again, if man's spudding the police officers and all the rest of it, that goes to show that you're a snitch and all the rest of it. But no, you can actually see that someone's saying, Rod, you know what? In my free time, I listen to drill music. It's like most of these rappers and most of these artists make music because you want everybody to listen to it. More people that listen to it, the more plays, the more views, the more sales, the more you're able to do concerts for people to come out and do your concerts. Because 9 times out of 10, we don't go and buy these concert tickets. 9 times out of 10, it's other races that are buying it. So I don't understand whether it's a police officer, a fire brigade, a doctor, a nurse, you know what's there. People listen to music. We've made it become mainstream, so I think that's a positive. And a lot of people might sit there and still be like, I don't sure that police officer should be listening to drill music. And he might be like 19, 20, 21, 22. What should he be listening to? Everything that's on the radio right now, you know what there is. You get me? Adiola. But like, that's what's going on right now. So I don't know. What's you guys' thoughts? Do you believe that he was wrong for listening to drill music for some reason? Now it's wrong for and this is the whole point about music as well, about rappers. Don't say things on tracks if you don't want people to say it or you don't want people to sing along. It doesn't make any sense. It's the same thing with the N-word. You keep saying the N-word and then get upset when white people say it at your concerts and all the rest of it. And you're like, why is my man saying it? Why did you put it in the track? So once again, do we want music to be able to go mainstream so you guys can actually reap the rewards and the benefits and the same thing of, you know, rap, hip hop, rock, you know, ones there, classical pop, so you can be in that same genre? Is for everybody to listen to and for everybody to appreciate sometimes the struggle. And this is sometimes when drill music can really be a part of something now that it turns into something that's good. It turns into something that's mainstream. It turns into something that gets these young people off the streets, something that they created when back in the day I was growing up and it was grime. Just that one trying to say, no one liked grime, but Wiley, Dizzy Rascal, certain people pushed it through, made it become mainstream. Stormzy come through afterwards and all the rest of it. And this is what we need. We need certain things to go mainstream so people, one, can shine the light on what's really going on, and two, to actually make us be able to build opportunities for ourselves, to able to, one, to get out, and two, to give back. But for me, I don't think this is a bad thing. I think sometimes we need to start bridging the gap now. We need to start understanding that most of these police officers are living in certain communities in certain areas and seeing the same thing as you. Do you know what I mean? 9 times out of 10, they've got kids. 9 times out of 10, they've got nephews. Their nephews are running around thinking that they're drillers and rare, and they don't want their nephews to get stabbed. They don't want their people to be hurt. It's the same thing with us. So we've got to look at that commonality of we are all people. And at the same time, if we're looking at music, music should be music. And if we're looking at the policing, then the policing should be the policing. And 9 times out of 10, the police don't do the work that they should be doing. But sometimes they do, because when they stop and searching certain people, certain of you man have got the knife, certain of you man got the drugs. Now, I'm not saying that is right, but at the same time, they've stopped the right person. So once again, it's like, it's tick for tack. We can't point one finger one way and point another finger another way. But what's you guys' thoughts? Do you think this police officer was wrong for listening to drill music? Or do you believe that this is the kind of thing that we need to start seeing more, in a sense of police officers looking like normal human beings, so we can see them behind closed doors to be like, Raj, you know what? Maybe he's not just a police officer in a uniform trying to violate me. Maybe he's someone's mum, someone's son, someone actually has got a heart, actually cares about what they're doing. And if not, like I say, they could be doing many, many other jobs, but they chose to do that job. Some of them are not great. Like we said, we've got bad apples in every single area. We've got bad apples in our own flipping community. Let's just put that one out there. So there's bad apples everywhere. It's up to us to be able to come together and find a solution from a common goal, which is to make all of us safe, to make our kids feel safe within our community. We need to get this knife crime right the way down, guys. We don't want to have the highest point of what we had last year. What's you guys' thoughts? Comment below.